Where does all our money go and why do we spend it so fast?
I don't even know where to start.
I look at my credit card, I think it's one thing, and I see a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I'm self-employed, but then I look at my amounts that I have sometimes, I feel like I'm not employed enough and maybe I should get an employer because things look dark sometimes.
A lot of the challenges in our lives, a lot of it comes from the fact that we don't have as much money as we'd want to. But if we accumulate the money that we're bigger than the problems that we face, then we're put ourselves in a good place.
Minimalism or luxury?
I'm gonna go luxury.
Once you go luxury, you can't go back. If you've been on the plane in the pod where it slides back and bring you a hot
You can say it
towel,
for the people.
and you have
Class.
the big headphones.
Say it first class.
Business class. Yeah.
Cool
You know
enough.
what I'm saying? 7-star hotel where they come turn down the
Seven?
bed service.
There's a buff flat?
Do the light. That's what I'm saying.
You're asking me.
Say there's things you don't even know.
I was in an Uber Black yesterday. There was a screen in the car. The music was playing.
I see why your money went fast.
Have you ever flush a toilet and it
Full flush? Not
and
getting
it's,
the
yeah, I'm like, what is this?
Not getting the doodle down.
And then you go luxury spot, you flush a toilet,
Yeah.
everything gone. That's the little things, the difference.
For each person around the room, what would you say your financial situation is right now? Welcome back to another episode of He's a Guy podcast. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. There's gonna be a little button right here. Hit that.
Where we going with it today, Steph? Let me hear.
Yo, where does all our money go and why do we spend it so fast?
That's crazy. I don't even know where to start.
You guys ever get surprised by expenses?
Yeah, all the time.
As of late, bro, it's bad. I look at my, I wouldn't even lie to you, bro. I look at my credit card, I think it's one thing, and I see a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, hold on. I'll start adding it up. It's bad, bro.
So yo, I thought I had everything intact, right? So okay, I know Christmas is coming. I know I tried to start early, bought gifts, all that stuff, right? Cool. I said I got bills at the end of the month. How I set up my bills is top of the month, end of the month, sweet spot in between. That's all me, right? So like I said, Christmas end of the month. I know what bills are coming out end of the month. I didn't calculate the top of the month again in January. Bills touch it down. That shit was sweet. Like I said, it wasn't. It wasn't. So here we are. As you guys can tell, today's our money talking episode. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about relationships with money and the stories we tell ourselves about the money we make and have, and then the truth about those stories.
Our truths.
Yeah, our truths.
Our truths about the money.
Why is this important stuff?
To be honest, bro, I think, well, speaking for me, especially, like I just told you guys, I have a lot of thoughts about money, especially the money that I make. I make a good amount of money for myself, right? I'm self-employed. But then I look at my amounts that I have sometimes, I feel like I'm not employed enough and maybe I should get an employer because things look dark sometimes. So the reason why I say it's important is because our relationships with money become uncomfortable. There's fallouts between people to person to person when it comes to money relationships. We start to get protective and defensive over what people are making versus when you hear somebody else and what they're making. You don't want to tell about your own story. But yeah, I think this topic specifically is super, super important, especially with the way that our economy is rolling today. So what do you guys think?
I 100% agree with you, Steph. I think before the holidays, I read this book called The Millionaire Mindset. And I think like there was a lot of things that stood out to me in that book. But like one of the first chapters is really talking about like, what is your money story? Like what is the story you tell yourself about money? What's the relationship you have with it? And like when I think about like mine and what things have been in the past, it's been like, I avoid it. It's like negative information about money is bad news. Credit card bill, bad news. I don't want to see it. But these things they contribute to you not being able to be as wealthy as you can be. It's the stories we tell ourselves, how we talk about it, saying I'm broke, saying I don't have it, saying all these type of things are things we sometimes reinforce. Money doesn't matter. So it's like all these things I was reading in the book, it showed me that like our relationship is very important with money. And if we want to have a lot of it, because a lot of it, let's be real, it's life-changing. You know, like a lot of the challenges in our lives, the stress, a lot of it comes from the fact that we don't have as much money as we'd want to. But if we accumulate the money that we're bigger than the problems that we face, then we're putting ourselves in a good place. I don't think life's all about money, but the stories we tell ourselves are important.
Definitely, I want to counter that. I do agree with you. Like you, I read a a book, The Psychology of Money, and a lot of times, like you said, we tell ourselves like we need more money to kind of fix the problems that we're going through per se. But a lot of times, when you get more money, people don't know how to manage it. There are a lot of people that make millions of dollars that live check to check, believe it or not. So I think it's important to do the work when it comes to money, having a balanced like budget sheet, kind of just investing, knowing that like 30% of the money that you have is going to go to investments, 20 is to leisure and all these things, and just having a plan and structure for your money. I think that's something that I really want to implement into 2026, because like you guys, sometimes I be spending money and I'm like, damn.
Where the hell did this going and go, dog?
Right? And I want to be better. I want to be better with my money. I want to be able to literally look at like know what my paycheck is and be like, okay, 30% of this is going straight into savings. This is going to go there. This is going to go there. There's no surprises. I'm being more conscious with my spending and how I spend it. So I think, yeah, we can have all the money in the world, but do we have the proper structure in place to take care of it?
They have apps for that. Look into it.
Monarch, use it.
No, back to you. I wanted to. Who? Him?
You said
Monarch? Yeah, we used to play for them.
The same color. There's an app called Monarch I use. There's a whole dashboard. It just shows your cash flow, what you've been spending across all your accounts, all your credit
You have to
cards,
sign into all of that?
everything. Yeah, you just sign
They
into
got
all.
my business.
Huh?
I don't trust AI, dog.
Brother, okay.
That's we'll have a whole AI episode.
No, you said what did you say? You said I don't know if you said the book said this, but like you said something about money and
Stories we tell.
no, not the stories we tell. Like money isn't everything or something
Money
like that.
doesn't matter to me.
Money doesn't matter. Did you read that in the book or is that?
It said that. It said something about like when people say money doesn't matter to me, be conscious of that, because either A, they're lying, or B, money really doesn't matter to them. So it's like, and if money really doesn't matter to them, it could bring you to that place. You know what I mean? You know how I was saying to you, there's another book I read that said something about like people's problems are contagious. So if someone does not care about money and it's like it's really not important to them, it could pull you in that direction. And if you care about like building a certain amount of wealth, you might want to focus and be more around people who want to build wealth.
Okay, because I was about to say, money does matter. I don't care what nobody says. Like, no matter what anybody says. And the reason why I say that is because you need money to eat. Nobody's out here going to give you a free meal. You need money to put clothes on your back. You need money to pay your rent, your mortgage, your lease, whatever you have going on. You need, let's say you get in a situation where you need bail money. You need money because now you got, I heard a man say one time, if you have a public defense lawyer or whatever, you're going to jail.
Yeah, they're not fighting the hardest they can.
No, but if you have money to pay for your lawyer, you're good.
Okay.
So that's why money's a real thing.
Okay. For each person around the room, what would you say your financial situation is right now? Good, bad, needs work? Like, you remember that chart that they had in school that was like good, bad, satisfactory, whatever. You remember that chart they have at the bottom? What would you say your financial situation is like right now?
I would say I'm a mix of good and needs work. I'll say I've worked really hard to get the credit score that I have. That's something that's always been important to me.
What is that, big man?
My credit score? I'll tell you off camera. I'll show you. But it's really good. I actually don't know anybody that has a higher credit score than me,
Jeez.
to be honest with you.
I believe that. See you open his wallet sometimes.
Yeah, I have a good high credit score. I want to say I'm pretty good with how I deal with my finances. I don't usually overspend. What I'm bringing in. But where I need to learn is where I can like cut back and I can add more to my like investing and all that stuff. I mean, I think even being able to put my kids in a position, have account for them and have money that's accumulating, is a good position that a lot of people that aren't really in. So I think learning how I can diversify and continue to make my money work for me while I'm doing my thing. But yeah, that's it. Good and still learning.
I would say satisfactory and needs work. Reason why is because, again, not that I don't make good money. I get into a stage of counting my money before I get it, or directing my money before I get it. It's a habit of mine, even though maybe now I don't have to be doing that. It's something I just do. So that, I think, is the part where it needs work. Satisfactory on the side of making my money work for me. That part, not so much needs work, but because I know avenues I could take to get there. It's just actually doing it and being consistent with it. Because sometimes I will, and a lot of times I don't. So, like I said, it's satisfactory and needs work.
Where should I start? Yeah, I think, what was the scale again?
It's like good, satisfactory, needs work, excellent, you know?
Needs work. Let's go with it needs work. And it needs work because I don't want to say like I have bad spending habits. Like I'm not going to go and like buy like some bags and designer clothes and all that. It just, I want to say like I live like a rapper, but I'm not. So it's like, you know.
Rapper though, the count money guy or the guy that splurges?
Both. Okay. Because you count it, then you splurge. And you're like, I'll get it back.
No, but you know those rappers like, what's his name? Babyface Ray, he's always got bags, but he doesn't look like he spends it.
He's holding on to it.
Like
the same bag. You know?
Yeah,
no, I get that. But like the reason why I say it needs work is because like I would have money, and the money that like I bring in monthly to like when the end of the month comes, like where did it all go?
Yeah.
You know, you're looking around and you're like, ooh, I didn't need to get that. I needed to do this. And then it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about these bills. And then now you're dipping into things that you didn't think you would have to.
My savings hates me.
So when it comes back down to money with me, it's like my relationship with money is like, it's like a drive-through. And the reason why I say that, because sometimes the line is long, and then sometimes it's like, where are my people at? Yeah. You know what I mean? So when I look back at money, yeah, we're working on it.
Okay.
You know, I love money. I don't know if money loves me though. You know what I mean? So
It's one-sided.
we're working on it. That's the relationship. You know, I'm still trying to love me back, baby.
T, what's your relationship status like?
It's complicated. I think like I learned a lot of lessons about money last year, hard ones, that I didn't realize I needed. It's complicated because I don't think I really understood how to manage money, because there was like, I feel like I always saw it as, hey, if you're just abundant, more will just come. And then the economy last year,
It didn't come.
it didn't come, bro.
Uppercut.
It got slow, right? And I think like one thing they say about like making more money is that when you make a lot more money, you should increase your lifestyle like minimally. Like you don't do a whole 180 on your lifestyle. And I don't think I understood that. I think I went from making like a salary at a job to significantly amount more money, thinking that it's gonna be like this all the time. Because that was my abundant mindset. It's always gonna be like this. And then you really get punched in the face when things get slow. Because it's like you're not planning for it. And I didn't think I really understood like how to plan. Like when you're not working a job, you get paid every 2 weeks. You have to understand how to manage your cash flow. And I don't think I ever understood that. When I had a job, it was like I got my paycheck, 30% went to investments, 20% went to this and savings, then 10% went to that, and then the other 40 just spend and have a good time. It was very simple. But when you have a business and money's coming in sporadically, you have to learn how to actually manage it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how. And I never had to look at my money when I had a job, because a lot of things were just automated.
Yeah.
But when you're an entrepreneur of a business, you have to see everything. And I didn't really want to see it till like last year I saw some debt where I was like, and at first I'm like, this is negative energy. You know, I'm calling my financial advisor, he's yelling at me. It was just, it was tough. It was some tough lessons I had to learn, but now it's like, I have an app where it's like, I look at it daily. So it's getting better, but now I'm learning how to like actually
So I heard this.
take care of it.
I heard this thing before where it says we always plan, especially year to year. Everybody say next year is going to be the better year. Next year is going to be this year. That's going to be that year. But we never plan for a bad year. You know what I mean? We always plan for a better year. A lot of the times that has to do with our money, right? Where it's like, next year we're going to make more moves to make more money. Or next year we're going to put ourselves in a place that helps whatever, I'm going to be successful in this lane, which in turn garners more money. However, we never plan for the downfall, to fall flat on our face, for the job to go sour, for the tough times of that entrepreneurial space to die down, or whatever the case. There's ebbs and flows and everything. So I thought that was interesting, and that's what your description of where you are and what you just went through brought me back to that place. And I think a lot of people relate to that in speaking about that, because what do you do when you get slapped, right? Everything's blessed when it's up. When it's down,
Bro, it's hard. And even me, like, picture this too. Like, I got into a relationship around that same time. And again, like, before I met my girl, her view into my life was also like, this guy's up. And I pull up, I'm like, yeah, come Uber Black, having a great time. And then when you get punched in the face, you don't know what to do. You're like, do I say anything? And then we're going on dates. I'm sweating. I'm seeing the bills. And I'm just like, I really didn't know what to do, because it was like, again, I saw things were getting slow, but I really didn't plan for it. And I really didn't know what to say, because it's like, imagine, like, as men, it's hard to like be dating, especially early on, and be like, yeah, like, I don't know right now.
swear to God, though.
Like, it's like, at the point, like, I'd rather pretend. And it just got to the point, there was just a slow moment. And she was like, yo, you want to go to Europe? And she's looking at the flights. And I remember seeing the price of the flights. I want to cry.
Yo, okay. So another relatable thing, now that you made me think about that. Over the Christmas break, I saw some over Instagram. It's the most relatable post. All my homies are in the comments laughing. Sent it to a couple group chats. Should have sent it to you guys. This guy was sitting there, and it said POV. He's on a great date. Great, high fancy place. He's sending money over from his savings to his checking for the bill to be paid. Yo, I can't tell you how many times I've been in that place where I'm like, yeah, I overshot this one still. I gotta move savings over to the check-in to make sure this payment. And then you might be in a space where you're in the restaurant where the Wi-Fi is bad. Damn. Oh my God! Now the connection's not moving the way you want.
Now the servers at your table with the here you go.
Yo, you need a machine? Like, yo, I use the bathroom.
The old bathroom trick, eh?
Brother, tell you.
It's painful.
Yeah, man.
Credit card got declined. I don't think you guys understand.
I never had
what that
before.
feels like.
Question for you.
Yes.
In that situation now, like knowing what you know now, would you do anything differently?
Absolutely. One, there's a few things. Like, I would tell her. One.
What would you tell her?
I just tell her, like, look, like,
We got it.
I've been way overspending.
We got
And it's because when I say I was doing the most, I was really doing like, I'm traveling all the time, just buying whatever, eating. Like, I was spending insane amounts of money. I couldn't believe what I was spending. Just on like Uber Eats and nothing extravagant either. It wasn't like I was buying designer. It was just like day-to-day life, just failure to plan. Because I was just like, oh, I'm making so much money. And then it's like things slow down, but like, yeah, it's gonna pick back up. But then it doesn't for a while. But then like you've courted somebody, and now like they think, yo, this is the lifestyle we're living. But looking back at it, a couple things. I would have planned better, knowing that I don't need to do the absolute most right away. And it's better to plan for a rainy day and just have savings. That's another thing I didn't really believe in, savings. Like I have investments. Savings to me were the investments. It's like, let me just put this money invested. Bam, I'm not pulling this out. I won't need it. I'm good. I make a lot of money. But then it's like savings are actually what you dip into that they're not locked into something. You could easily just access it. I didn't really believe in that.
Yeah.
But I would have structured that differently and had like a good amount of just savings that I could just pull from. And then secondly, I would have just been upfront, like, yo, listen, because it can be confusing for someone to be wondering why you're always sweating. And
it's not because you're hot.
It's not because you're hot. You know what I mean? Like, you're just scratching your head and sweating. This guy always scratching his head and sweating. right? So it's like, now that I know what I know now I'm seeing things pick back up. They're picking back up. Now I'm just like, I'm not making that same mistake twice.
Okay.
What I've learned is just learn to say no.
That's a tough one too.
Certain things, right? Like, yo, can I borrow this? No. Why not? My answer is just no. I don't have to give it to you. You know what I mean? Or, yo, can we go here? No. Can I borrow your car? No. And the reason why, because you let somebody borrow your car and they bring it back and they're mashed up. Who you're gonna? They're not paying.
Fam, fuck the mash up. The extra gas I just lost. I didn't allocate for that gas.
Well, I went to the extreme. You went to like little gas. If they don't bring it back in no gas, all right, cool. They bring it.
$60 I gotta fill up.
Yeah, but then they bring it back to you and your bumper's hanging off. That's $600. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying not trustworthy. I'm not saying that, man, but you gave it to me like that. What?
Yeah.
I gave it to you, my bumper already hanging off. Fine, when I drove it off. But there's just little things. That's what I'm saying. You got to learn how to say no, and it puts you in a better situation than having to now deal with that situation of like trying to fight to get the little money out of the person to pay for this or do that.
Okay. So let's start there, actually. Anybody ever had falling out with money? With somebody over money?
Yeah.
Can you recall each person? Can you recall something? Even small, big, no matter. Yeah?
Yeah. You want me to talk about it? For me, it wasn't like over the money specifically. I think it was more so like the entitlement. And I say like it wasn't about like they borrowed this, didn't give it back. It was just very much like, imagine having a friend and every time you go out, you're always paying. And you know, you go to have some drinks. They're kind of just standing there. You want something to drink? Yeah. But they never reciprocate that for you. You know what I mean? And it's just like you just see these habits like pick up over time, and you're just like, okay, like this person has a certain, either they think I got it, so I should have it, and they don't need to have it. They don't need to ever have me. And I think it just grew over time to that place where it was like I was done. Like I'll give you guys an example of a story, and I want to hear what you guys would actually do in this scenario.
Cool, I'm listening.
So, and this kind of should have told me everything I needed to know. But this person, I needed a bag for work, like a men's bag. And the person said, oh, I know where I could find you.
Like over the shoulder?
Over the shoulder, like duffel leather type of style. Like, you know, like fancy.
Make him look professional.
Yeah. I want to walk in work like, you know, muscle popping, men's bag. So this person was like, yo, like, oh, I know where you can find a really good one. I'll order one for you. I was like, cool, just send me the money. Just send me the money when I get it. Or just send me the money whenever, right? Person orders the bag. They send two.
Sorry?
They send two by accident.
Okay.
So I was like,
neat.
And they tell me, like, yo, you got two. I was like, oh, okay, 6. So I got a free bag. The person was like, nah, like, I want the bag. So I was like, bless. Okay, so I'll send you half the money. They're like, no, send me the full amount. And then I was like, but you're taking a bag too. They're like, yeah, but I ordered it for you. And they sent 2, and I'm gonna take the free one, and you were gonna pay for it anyways. So you should pay for it. And you know, it burned me to my core.
What money did about it to you?
But at the time I was like, you know what? They must really need this. It's cool. But stories like this kept happening. And then it just kind of showed me that this person, their relationship with money and me are a little bit off, and we're not aligned.
So when do you want my input?
How do you see the situation?
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
You want to go first?
Nah, you seem like you ready, big shot.
I'm ready.
So go.
Send the bags back. Send the bags back. That would have been my answer.
You're not
Send the
taking
bags
it
back.
Oh, so you don't think this person is justified in what
No,
they did?
in nothing.
Okay.
In anything. Personally, I would have been like, send the bag back that you got. Or when I get them, I'll send the bags back. How about that? I'll send the bag back that I paid for and keep the free one because I didn't know. But well, they must not have known that they sent me 2. Right? I'll get my own finesse off. Right? Or if they would have suggested that they keep a bag, it's like, nah, just send them back. Personally, if it's going to cause this much stress.
But they didn't have to send 2 back. The thing is, that person would have got their bag regardless. So I could either pay them or not get mine. Do you get what I mean?
I'll add to that. I'm kind of like Steph, where I would have said send it back, but I would have gave them. I would have said this is how this is playing out. You're either paying for half because you're about to get a free bag for doing nothing. So if you want a bag, you're either gonna pay half of the bag. If you don't want to pay for half the bag, all right, cool. Give me the one bag, and then send the other bag back so that I still get the bag. You were never intended to get a bag.
You didn't want a bag.
Exactly. You only want a bag now because it's here. So I would simply send the bag back, and I get a free bag. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I want to keep a bag. Oh, okay, so are you paying for it? No. Okay, so cool. If you don't want to pay for it, we go halves so that we both get a bag, and we're both laughing.
Like, I just don't want to be your friend.
Nah.
I just don't.
That's what I'm about to say. You say nah, and it's like, your answer comes up. Bro. Send the bags back.
Yeah, I just don't want to be your friend at this point.
Oh, are you not going to pay for the bag? Nah.
Keep both the bags.
They're yours, big dog.
Yeah, I don't want to be your friend.
Have the bag.
I'm not going to lie to you. I just don't.
I'm not arguing with you for bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just tells you how the person viewed you and viewed the situation. I think they didn't respect that. Like, I feel like they put their stamp on it and they made this happen. But ultimately, like it was your items to do whatever
I need.
Because you know what I mean. Like if you never opened, for example, if it came in a box, you never opened the box, and I got it. Now it gives me the power to be like, hey, I got two. Here, just hold that. But with them saying before you've even made that statement that, hey, I think this, I'm gonna give you one. It's like, wait, what? How? Why? It's like me buying a lotto ticket and giving you, and you win, and I'm like, yeah, you owe me. No, I don't. It's yours.
Kind of silent. You want some?
Nah, because I'm just listening to what you're saying. Because I'll be like, nah, but you bought it. I have something for you.
Yeah, but that's your decision.
That's my character.
Me telling you that it tells you how I view the situation, that I'm in control or not. Mm-hmm. It's not mine. Nothing is of my possession. Doesn't belong to me.
Yo, send the bags back.
I'm with that wholeheartedly. Send the bags back still.
But this is a money story. We all tell ourselves different stories around money, and in that situation, it's just like when our stories are so far apart, it's like it makes it hard sometimes to be friends with people. Sometimes it can money ruin friendships.
Again,
that's another big topic. Can money ruin friendships? Yes, it can.
For sure. I can speak to that even to a point. It didn't ruin a friendship, but it kind of made me like step back. So I have a friend, got me a job, but he wasn't good with his money. But so when he would waste his money, he would always like look at me to be like, yo, let me hold something. But I'm like, I'd do it 1-2 time, and then I'm like, I'm watching your spending habits, and as a good friend, I can't continue to contribute to this. But it got to the point where they felt obligated because they got me the job.
And they know when you're getting paid.
They know what I'm getting paid, right? So it always put like a resentment kind of like in my heart, because I'm like, just because you're bad with your money, like, I mean, I know you're getting paid too, but I don't say you owe me anything. And I mean, I could know what all you guys are getting paid. Doesn't mean that, hey, yo, because you have it and I'm bad with my money, that you owe me anything. But I feel like it gets so touchy when people's like, oh, I gave you this, or I did this, I put you in position, I got you this bag, I got you all these things. It's like, they almost feel like the onus is like, it's theirs. And you owe them something. Nah, I owe you nothing.
So I deal with, obviously, money every day, whether it's cashless or cash. But I cut a lot of people that have that. I guess it takes it from personal and being friendships to now being a business relationship as well. I have this one OG. You guys know him if I said his name, but I won't. And it makes me feel weird even talking about this, because I never want to feel like money is the cause of whatever falling out, or money means so much to me that it's the priority over said relationship. However, I think money still is representative sometimes of the respect level you have for me, right? So when it comes to, like I said, cutting hair or whatever the case is, he would always ask for discounts. And a couple of times I've let it slide, whatever the case is, but then, I'd say price.
Sorry to cut you off, Steph.
Go ahead.
You said when they're asking for discounts, but like what was the discount?
So say, yo, because you know me.
Like so like
Don't pay the full price, but I'll send you
something.
ball, 35 ball, 40 ball.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
just not what the required price.
Oh,
is,
okay,
right?
so he's sending you whatever he feels like.
So essentially, that's now again how I'm processing this is you're sending me what you think this is worth versus what I'm saying this charged, right? Which is cool. I understand what that is, but I'm gonna have to set that precedent. So I let it slide a couple times. No, I'm not. Bet. So then it becomes I'll send it when I send it versus sending it like any regular transaction would be. You couldn't go into no store and be like, I'll send this later.
Yeah, give me
Like, give me my
McDonald's.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my thing when it comes to barbering, right? Where people will walk out. That's the difference with cashless stuff now. If you don't have a machine and it's not cash in hand, when they start doing the e-transfers and stuff like that, that's when people start to do, they start moving on. And I get it. When you leave a shop and you're thinking about the next move, you might forget. So I'd rather you just pay when you get out the chair or send it when you're still in the chair, whatever the case is. But for this particular situation, he said to send it whenever. So now a couple of days go by and I send a message out like, yo, don't forget, whatever. Yo, don't worry, big man, I'm going to send that to you. I know that, but it's been 2 days now. So I'm saying, so it's like, okay, yeah, no, fam, you know me, I'm good. Like, I'll send it. All right, bet.
Just send it.
So again,
Don't tell me all that.
In my mind, how long does it take to send a message versus sending the e-transfer at the same time? To me, right? Cool. But you say you're going through whatever right now. Got it. Personal is personal. Got it. Then another moment comes up. You make another excuse. Like, yo, I'm gonna send it right now. I'm just dealing with something, brother. All this time that you're texting me about what you're going through, you could have just went into the app and send it. No long talking. Even if you're upset with me and the frustration of me hitting your phone talking about said money, you could go ahead and just send it. Now monkey's off your back, right? So it got to the point where I'm asking him now, it's almost a week later. I'm like, yo, bro, I understand you've gone through things over this past week that you've told me. However, you not sending this when you said you're going to send it lets me know you had no real intention of sending it. And if you did, it's on your own time. Personally, that's not something that I want to deal with. Me and you are cool, but business-wise, nah, no more. He's like, fam, it's like this over $50, $60. I'm like, brother, that's not the amount. It's the respect that you show me, right? And I'm a principal guy. So for him to say that, I was kind of like, damn, do I really sound like? It made me check myself. Like, damn, do I sound like a B word over change?
No, it's not. It's the principle because he doesn't know what you're going through. So how are you gonna keep telling me your problems? I already gave you a week, big dog. What are we talking about now?
And you
but,
already
yeah, some interest on that now. I'm not. Send me a
accepted
bill.
the service.
You accepted the service.
You didn't have to get a haircut.
Thank you. You knew what you were going through. So for you to pull up here and ask for said discount or time needed or whatever the case is, but then tell me. And that's another thing. If you're gonna do something and you know what you're going through, give somebody the heads up. Then now if I want to accept your business, that's on me. Mm-hmm. But if you're gonna accept the service and then tell me afterwards what you're going through, that's where I kind of lose it for you. Because now it's like, how do I respect that? You could be telling me anything. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But then it ends me up in a situation where, now not only were you my OG, but I look at you as less now almost. Because it's like, you don't have no respect for me. So what respect as an OG do I hold for you? You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the sentiments of an OG, right? You know what I mean? You're setting an example. You're leading by example. You know what I mean? You have these pillars that I kind of want to emulate kind of thing. Absolutely. And if you're not even holding up your end of the bargain, like what kind of, like, you got to be a man of your word.
That's what an OG means?
Simply.
Is that what, I'm going to ask you guys, is that what an OG means? Like somebody that you look up to and, they're setting the precedent. So you're like, you know what, this is an OG that I like to emulate? Is it like, you know what I mean?
Like, for me personally, there could be many things. But for me, yeah, that's somebody that I respect because I like the way that they move. And the respect that, not also that they're given, but the respect that they reciprocate to others in how they move, whether that's principles, whether that's how they move in situations, and I can see it without them even speaking on it, how other people speak highly of them, or what there's be spoken about of you, like those different principles to me is what represents an OG. But yeah, that's what centralizes, I guess, my relationship with somebody and falling out over money.
Yeah, and I think we use that term loosely. A lot of times it's like we see people on road, hail them up, have a good like, what's up,
Fact.
1-2 conversation with them and think they're good people. But then it's like you learn a lot about people when money's exchanging hands.
Absolutely.
That's where we learn like, oh, okay, you said this and then you did that. And that's where it's like we really start to learn. And like when you offer a service like you're offering, you can imagine the type of things you see.
Every day, dog.
right?
Every day.
No, I get it. Like even seeing you raise your prices the other day, I remember like that was like a difficult thing that you were saying for you at first. It was like, yo, I'm not sure if I can raise my prices. And then you went in and did it, and I was proud to see that.
Appreciate that, man.
Because it's just like, I know what that could feel like, especially sometimes in our community, where it's like people could think you're flexing on them or you're stunting on them or.
Who does this guy think he is raising his prices?
It's true. Okay, so I'm gonna get into a little bit of this or that. Little quick hits, and then I want to get into a debate for the room. So, are you guys cash or credit guys?
Context or just answer?
Just answer.
Credit.
Credit.
Cash rules the world, baby.
That's what I feel like too. Cash.
That's from the hood?
Yes.
I feel like that's the one thing that we get to hold on to, whether it's tangible. I can see it. It sees me.
Build your credit, brother.
Who said it's not bills?
I mean, like, there's not to go on like any long talking. I mean, you could use your cash to pay the credit. Now, this credit's giving you all these points to do this. Like, I just took a flight with points from my credit that I was gonna spend.
Paying cash, baby.
Yo, next one.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Experiences or material things?
Experience.
Both.
Be a fair nigga. Yo, I was hoping somebody else said both. I love experiences.
So do
but
I.
I love materials. Bro.
So do I.
Lets me know where I'm at. Minimalism or luxury?
I'm gonna go luxury. I've been down at the bottom, seen the finer things. I don't want to say I experienced all the finer things, but I seen certain things. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Just a little thing. So when you live in a certain spot, you open up the water, you're like, why is it coming out so slow? And then you move somewhere else and you open up the water, it's coming out, you're like, you feel that flow. You see what I'm saying? Just the little things. But that makes a huge difference, believe it or not. I don't want to go on. So next one I go.
Minimalism or luxury?
Luxury, brother. Once you go luxury, you can't go back. If you've been on the plane in the pod where it slides back and they bring you a hot
You can
towel,
say it for the people. First
and you
class.
have the big headphones.
It's first class.
It's business class.
Oh, it's business.
Business class. Yeah.
Cool
You know
enough.
what I'm saying? 7-star hotel where they come turn down the
7?
bed service.
There's a buff flat?
Through the light. That's what I'm saying.
You're asking me.
Say this thing you don't even know.
When you experience certain things, I was in an Uber Black yesterday. There was a screen in the car. The music was playing.
I see why your money went fast. 7 stars? I never knew that one.
Dubai. But what I'm saying is that like when you experience luxury in certain ways or of certain things,
Right.
like Freck is saying, it's hard to go back with one water temperature or one water flow. Like once you've experienced it, it's hard.
Question before we go to juice. Have you ever flushed a toilet? And it
Slow flush? Not
and
getting
it's,
the
yeah,
doo-doo
I'm like, what is this?
down. Not getting the doodle down. Not doing it.
And then you go luxury spot. You flush a toilet.
Yeah, fam. Flush.
Everything gone.
Yep. Yep.
That's the little things, the difference.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I changed my toilet. Yo, let me tell you something. We ain't living right, big dog. There's a little flush. Huge difference.
Brother.
Minimalism or luxury?
Luxury.
Absolutely. Luxury. Now, the debate I have for the room. Are you guys discount people everywhere you go? Can I get a discount?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I be walking in the stores knowing I ain't getting a discount, but I'm still asking because I walked in the store before and I just said, yo, there's no discount. They're like, oh, it's funny that you said that. We actually have 20% off on this. I'm like, oh, great. Because I already walked in there thinking that I have to pay my money. But I just asked now as a joke, no discounts today? No discounts? Sometimes I hear yes, sometimes I hear no.
For me, for big business, I ask for discounts. I ask you have any deals, you have offerings, promotions for big businesses. For little businesses,
Give an example. What's a big business to a small business?
so say I was in Zara or Canadian Tire or Rona, Home Depot, Best Buy. You have any promotions, discounts? A lot of times they'll say yes, I didn't even know. Or just because they think it's a joke, they'll laugh with me and they'll be like, I got you. But for little businesses, no, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't go to my barber and be like, yo, you have a discount today? Or to any kind of smaller business where it's like, you know that every dollar counts for them, right? Whereas these big businesses, it's like,
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, like these are $1 billion companies. A lot of them, you know.
They got two M's written on the loss
That's what I'm
prevention.
saying. If something doesn't swipe at self checkout, that's okay for them. You know what I'm saying?
I lose a seat.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Frank?
That's crazy.
Don't get me involved in that.
Juice.
That's crazy. I guess I'm gonna feel like an asshole now, but
What?
I'm a discount guy. I still ask. I think it's just one of those things that's just been like ingrained in me. I think even to like walking around my Dukes, I've gone to places and people are just like, I love your mom. Here's this. So I know there's access to it. You know what I mean? So if I ask, the worst I could hear is no, and I'm gonna pay what I'm gonna pay anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
So you're gonna ask a little business for discount? Like, say you have a Bridget that's selling do-rag. Are you gonna ask him for a discount?
Yeah, let me get two.
I might say,
two for the price of one.
I might say a promotion. I might, give me,
Shave some off the top.
yeah, give me two and
Two for the price of one.
no, not for the price of one, but I'll say, give me two for less than what you
What
charge
do
for
we do?
two,
Nah, I'm a
just to see. You know, you never know, bro.
I strongly disagree. I'm a guy that is no discount policy unless I see it. And the only reason why is because in most of the places that I'm going, like you guys had alluded to, if they do have a discount or they don't, I'm usually gonna pay it if I have a purpose in going in there. I'm a person that I'm not frivolously just going around shopping just to shop. If I'm going somewhere, it's because I want something there. So whether there is a discount or something, I've already done my research on what is there that I want. So to ask for a discount, you're right. The worst I can hear is a no. But unless it's already promoted there, which most stores will probably do. Now I could be wrong, obviously, but yeah, I can't see it. I feel like it's a mentality that I want to shed. Even the idea that I want to be cheap, the idea that I want to be frugal, I want to be in a place where it's. And again, I could be totally wrong, but it's just something that I want to get rid of for myself. Even to go around and ask for discounts, it seems like I'm trying to skate on somebody.
Or you're trying to budget better. To be honest, dude, like imagine, say a small business, a guy comes by, he says, yo, I have a box of razors. I know you need razors for your business. Like, all right, big man, how much you charging? Yo, at 50 for the box. All right, I got to save a little bit on my side too. Yo, can I give you 40? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we, like, humans grew up on a barter system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with asking, hey, do you have any leeway? Because maybe they just upped their price because they knew that somebody was going to ask for less. Think about it. I've sold things on Facebook Market
Absolutely.
and added an extra $100 because I know people are going to lowball me $100. It's a barter system. It's human. It's part of the human experience.
Yeah, it's a negotiation. And sometimes there's things you didn't know. Like even in where I live in like a mall. And
Damn.
You live in a mall?
no, sorry, there's a mall connected to where I live
Damn.
in Brampton. And
You live at Bramley, fam.
I'm about to say.
I don't want to give it away. You know what I mean? But there's a mall connected to where I live, and if you live there, you get a discount in the mall. But if you don't ask them, I would have never found that
They
out.
don't say nothing.
But how do you go about this? You have to show them your address, or you just say you
I
live
say you live here, and they're like, yeah.
They don't have to prove. You don't have to prove it.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If you know, you know. It's one of those things. I just say yeah.
See what I'm saying?
But he wouldn't have known if he,
I would
get-
have
That's
known
what
that
this
too.
guy.
I get 10% every
What's your
time.
address?
Huh?
What's your address?
You
I'm gonna let him know too. Shoot.
know what I'm saying?
Ramley.
But discounts, honestly, like I think you just got to know the audience and know when it's one of those and when it's not. Because it's just like sometimes it's just not one of those.
That's my point.
Like I go into a certain restaurants and the person's screw face.
That's what I say.
It's just I'm not asking.
You ever ask for the
I'm not
discount?
though, but what does that mean that you don't ask now?
No, but you ever ask for the discount? They just look you dead in the face. All right, what's the price? Just pay.
But that's my point.
What?
I don't want to have to go in somewhere and be like, yo, they may have a discount, but because the person's looking at me away, there's no discount now.
Nah, but assess the situation. It's like anything. You walk into, that guy can be like, F you, man. And another guy might be like, hey, buddy, you just got to calm down. You just got to assess the situation, to be honest, dude.
It's all in the eyes.
Yep. I'll tell you this: don't go in a Jamaican restaurant and make these type of jokes and ask for a discount. They take that serious. And the reason why I say that is I'm in a Jamaican spot and I said, hey, yo, you guys' price gone up. What's a discount today?
We get the lunch special. It's
The
not
lady
lunchtime.
looked me dead in the eye and said, what are you ordering? And I said, let me get the jerk chicken. And she goes, well, the jerk chicken price has not changed, so you paying or not? Before I go to the back and waste my time. I said, I was just joking, She goes, you paying or not?
See? I can avoid all that. Just pay what I'm paying.
He didn't assess the situation.
I never do.
All right. What role does money play in your happiness or peace of mind?
Big one for me. You want to say something, Theo? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, I have more.
Take it away.
No, I think a huge one. And not huge to say it's more than other things, but I believe like when your money is in order, it's one less like stressor in your life.
Yeah.
But it's not the reason you're happy. I think it's like I think it's a difference. I think money can be a good foundation because a lot of people who have money are miserable, and it's a lot of times because it's like they don't know how to enjoy the other little pieces of life. But when you're drowning in debt and bills are coming and all these things, it's hard to really be happy. It's hard to really enjoy life when it's like you're going from paycheck to paycheck, struggling, rushing, working all types of night. You just don't know where the next money's like. It's very hard to be happy. So when I say it's very important, I think it's important like for the foundation of being happy, but I don't think it makes you happy. I think it's just like it allows you to. It gives you access. It gives you freedom. It gives you opportunity. It gives you the chance to help others around you. Like there's just so much money can do. Sometimes we underrate and sometimes we don't admit like, yo, if we have a lot of money, it's going to impact not only ourselves, but everybody around us. You could change lives with having money. So I think it's important, especially if you're a giver, especially if you're a visionary, a dreamer. I think money's big.
Okay. Juice, you were going to say or Freck or?
Yeah, no, I would. That's why I don't like to go after him. Sometimes he just says exactly what I'm going to say. Took my shit, but
Took your shit? What you going to say?
exactly what you said, big man. But to add to that, yeah, no, I feel like money is a good foundation, but it also, I believe I'm a huge giver, and to be able to help people in my community, whether it's a jump start and like college fund or to help somebody be able to play a sport and then just even be able to help my family and my kids. I think that's definitely a relationship like I would want to have with money, like be able to help others. I think money is good, but I think it's also how you deal with it too and how, you know what I mean, help others.
Okay. Right.
I have a question on that.
course.
And I want to hear from the group on this. When do we help others when it comes to money? I ask this when I'm thinking about the scenario of like you finally just got yourself to a good place, and now you have, it could be your mom needs help or your girl needs help with something, a loan or something, and you finally just got your head above water. When do you help yourself and it puts you under? Like when is it appropriate to be like, nah, I need to get myself together versus helping somebody? Like when?
Okay, so let me understand this. You're saying I just got myself together. My mom's asking, or my girlfriend's asking, or
same time something like
But
you
something comes
you were
up.
just drowning. You finally got to a place. It took you years to get to a decent place, and now you have family members you love. Your mom, your girl's asking you, I need like.
And they're drowning?
Are they drowning? They just
I'm
need the
asking
extra
you.
help.
That's what I'm asking you.
So I was gonna allude to even what Freck said before. Sometimes you gotta know when to say no, right? Or you gotta understand that the help you are willing to give may not be the help that they're looking for. For example, I may be able to help a little bit. Are you accepting of that little bit? Or is it something that's like you may not be able to now accept it because it's not all that you're asking?
You know what I mean? And to add to that, because like, for example, let's just say they need 100,000, but you can only give 30 or 40. And it's like, well, you got it. No. You didn't ask me to give you the 100,000. I'm helping whatever I can help with. So that's why I asked. So you came out of a place where you said you were drowning. You got above water. What's above water? Like, you're good now, or you're up?
You're not up.
You're not up, but
you're just back on your feet.
You're back on your feet.
You're
You're
not struggling.
good.
You're not sweating. You're not stressed.
And are they drowning or are they not drowning?
They just could use your help.
They could use your help. So that goes back to what I'm saying. What's using your help, right? Because no matter what you, like Steph was saying, you might think is help, they might not think it's help, right? So
she needs her car back because
So look at, I'll give you an example.
driver license suspended, unpaid tickets.
So I'll give you an example.
You paying off the tickets will help her get her car back to help her be in a better situation.
I'll give you an example. COVID. Money's neat for me. I'm getting a bunch of cuts in between, A person asked me to help them close on their house. They need 4 bands today before the band closes. It's 2:00. They live in Saga, I live in Brampton. I said, I'll call you back. my head was hurting. My heart's, because again, I'm at a point where it's like, okay, I just come out of school, I'm paying some things off, whatever the case is. Now, COVID's put me back into a place, and now I'm above floating, I'm comfortable, and then now I'm starting to make some excess. I have 4 bands cash. I gotta go home and give that to you. But like I just told you guys before, cash is king to me. Now I gotta part with 4 bands. But now I gotta put stipulations on these things different. So I'm starting to evaluate if I could do this or not. Again, they will come down to a relationship of you and this person, whether, something that is necessary or not. Now, what helped put ease to my heart, where they called back, I called them back. They told me, yo, Steph, you'll have 4 bands back in 2 days, no longer than that. It was 3 days. But
you got it.
But I got it. Now, I ended up obviously giving it to her. She made clothes. It was perfect. Everything worked out the way that, things had been. Obviously, the extra day was, a little weary, but it is what it is. I got it back. It was nice. I felt full, my heart was full for actually helping somebody who needed it. I got my money back. I wasn't short of anything. But at that time, that decision was a tough one. Because like I said, I just got back to a place. I'm saving money, this, that. But yeah, man, I don't know. That one's tough. That one is tough. But like I said, you got to learn when to say no. For me, at that point, I did still have a tough time saying no. And looking back at it, obviously, like I said, my heart was full. If I'm just getting back on my feet, like the scenario you gave, I would have a hard time saying no, but I wish I would say no.
That was a low risk situation. And I'll tell you why. When people ask to borrow money and they say they'll have it back to you within days, usually they're good for it.
I wouldn't agree.
I said, when I hear, yo, I'll pay you back tomorrow, usually it's good. When I hear, yo, I'll get you back, I think, once I start hearing like, yo, I should have it. When I start hearing unsure
I should have it back
type of information, I shoulds and I this, I that. When I hear it's like it's gonna be a couple days, yo, I just have to wait for this to come through, but it's coming through for sure. Like, it's usually confident
like said,
language.
Not too much of her business, but like she said, it's just the accessing of the bank, and you know how banks go. The banks don't have her money, like they have to borrow from here. You should have gave me an update. Yeah, so all that type of stuff. I get it. But yeah, that was like I said.
Yeah.
But I agree with that.
What do you guys think? Your mom has some parking tickets, can't get her car till she pays off the tickets. But the thing that she needs came from her irresponsible behavior. So that's the thing that's tough about these type of situations.
Keep adding stuff. Now that changes my answer.
This is what I'm saying. So it's like, do you put yourself in a situation to help somebody in your family because of what we could say is their irresponsible behavior?
I think we might have to say somebody different than my mom, because my mom,
you got help.
There's no questions asked, to be honest with you.
Your dad.
Mm-hmm.
You look at your dad like you should have had it, huh?
I don't know. I have to assess the situation, I guess.
Let's assess it, brother. I'm kidding.
No, I mean, I just think, in general, you have to assess the situation. I got to figure out what it is. I'm a true believer of if you're a hustler, you can get it back anyways. And usually I give with the anticipation that I'm probably not going to get it back, because I think
is that just a black thing?
It depends on who it is.
Yeah, I think I've seen situations where I haven't gotten it back. You know what I mean? So now if I'm willing to, I really hope that you're a person.
No,
of
I
your
know,
word,
I know what you're saying, but that
yeah.
mindset of it, like, yo, I'm giving, because I've heard this before. I've also had it at a time where now it's like I'm not doing that anymore. I put my foot down. So is that just a cultural thing where it's like, yo, I'm giving because I know black people's relationship with money is not the greatest.
Yeah, potentially. I say so.
I agree with that, and I think, like, to take it a step further, I've noticed, like, within black culture, there's this pressure to pass the money backward. You know what I mean? And there's just more of a pressure to help your parents financially that I don't see as much in other cultures. I see, like, in other cultures the money comes forward. Like, you just finished school? Here's 50 bands. Get a house. Get your career started. Whereas, like, I feel like in our culture it's like send money back home, send money backwards. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's
Culturally set.
That can be challenging, especially when you're the first generation to finally start figuring things out. And it's like I see a lot of people get weighed down, pushing money, passing money back.
Assess the situation, big dog. I think, you know what I mean? Like, for example, in that context, what you're just saying, what's that guy's name? Royce White?
Who?
The guy, he's like, can't remember his name, whatever. I just seen a clip the other day and they were like asking him, they're like, if your kid signed like a contract today, do they owe you anything? And he's
You're
like,
talking about Charleston White?
yeah. But in general, like his answer is real though. Nah, they don't owe you anything. They don't.
Because your kid.
Because you poured into them. But I find in our community, a lot of times it's like, I would 100% do it because at the end of the day, I look at it like you invested in me when you could have took the money and said, honestly, Theon, I can't put you in sports right now. I got to turn the lights on. And you chose me over that situation. I would 100% throw it back. I also pause.
Woo! Woo! All right.
The money.
Holy shit.
Woo!
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Wow. Part of my left on that one. That's crazy.
Kassa's head slick back.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll definitely take care of my family because of the sacrifices that you made for me and whatever. But I guess that is part of the where you said like now it's about passing it forward. That's how it starts. But yeah, I lost my train of thought.
I definitely hear that.
What was the question again? Because
It's just based off this.
You just got up. Your mom has bare parking tickets.
that's it? Parking tickets?
Yeah,
Nah,
but you can't
but okay. It's more so not so much what you're spending it
Well,
on.
yeah,
It's
it's-
understanding that the
you
relationship
got out
with
of
her
a
money is not
bad.
only you getting out of
Damn,
it,
that was
but
crazy.
her relationship with the money is something that's bad. Like this is not. Gonna
So I'm
be
bailing her out.
You're bailing her out constantly.
Constantly or just this one time?
It's not the first. Not
Like
the last.
Theon, I'm gonna go back to what Theon said. It doesn't even matter what it is. If my mom needs me, I'm gonna be there to help no matter what. Right? Significant other depends on where we're at in our relationship. I know it's very tough to come out of a hole and then now you're trying to get your life together.
Right.
And then the people around you don't have it together. So everybody's looking at you for like that crutch to help. Right? But how much help are you gonna give to pull yourself back down? So it's like it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, okay, she has like $5,000 in debt. I can't give you $5,000, but I can give you 3. If you can find the other 2, then
Help yourself.
you know
I'm
what I
not worried
mean.
about the other two.
No, it's how receptive somebody
But
is
you
in that
see-
situation. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's something like that. But then it's like if you have for the $5,000, you know what? Get me back when you get me back. Where it goes back to like what Theon's saying. You know you're not getting it back.
Might not.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to what Theon was saying. Assess the situation. Simple.
Do you guys ever spend money to cope with stress?
No, I don't think so. No,
You don't
because
do the shopping trip for yourself?
nah, because that's just gonna build more stress when the bills come. It doesn't make any sense. You're just stressing yourself out more, right? But there is people that shop when they're stressed, and they just go out and just start spending money for no
What's
reason.
that called again?
What is it? It is called something.
Retail therapy.
Retail therapy.
I'm going on vacation because I'm stressed.
Okay.
So it's like I would say like spending money to just take a break. I need a minute. So yeah, I'd say I've done it.
Okay, I have as well. What kind of things do you feel are the hardest to say no to financially?
Food.
Hell yeah,
Low key, yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
actually agree with that.
food for sure.
The reason why is because you ever cheat yourself on a meal? And I'm not saying like the meal itself. Like you're just like, that's expensive. I'm gonna go buy this, and then you bought that's garbage. You're like, I just should have paid my extra $6 and got that.
Yeah, quality.
Yes, all the time. So that's why it's like, you know what? Just stop the nonsense. If I want it, I get it. But then when you go back, you're like, probably should have got that $10 meal.
I think to broaden that is what I can't say no to financially is the quality over the quantity, right? Just because something is cheaper, I've learned and I've taken too many L's in buying the thing that isn't quality. So now I've taken the idea where it's like, yo, if this is something that I actually want or / need, I'm going with quality every time. If that means staying at a hotel that is a little bit more money just because of the quality, I'm taking the quality. Stay at a resort that I'm going to on vacation, paying the extra quality. Whatever the case is, but those are the type of things I can't say no to financially, for sure.
You get what you pay for, and I think that's like a real thing. And I think sometimes I've always been like, how could I get a deal? How could I? And now you start learning like when you pay a little extra, it's like there's these little things matter. You know, when you get the better insurance, you know what I'm saying? You get the what were you gonna say?
Assess the situation, big guy.
You get the better tires on your car. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just all these like little things. It's like if you spend the extra, a lot of times it helps.
Okay.
Except at Mr. Lube.
What was it like?
Because no, what they never mind. Nah, sometimes I go to Mr. Lube and they try to like they try to.
The man's cheese because he got caught.
I'm trying to save you, big dog.
I'm
trying to save you, fam.
I'm trying to say though.
Mr. Lube? It's where you get your car oil change.
Yeah, right. You were saying what's the what? What's the what? What was that?
Yeah.
What kinds of things do you feel like are the hardest to say no to financially?
I think I never really used to take care of myself, but I think now more so if it's on my heart, I can't say no anymore. Like, especially if I, like, for example, was it the red car theory, whatever? If it's something that I'm like, hey, I kind of want this, I keep seeing it, keeps popping up, and in this day and age, that's kind of a trap, but if I keep seeing it, I can't tell myself no anymore. Like, I need it for me.
Okay. Facts that food. What did you say? You said
I agreed with him.
all right.
And Mr. Lube and shit.
Okay. Do you guys have any like clear-cut systems for money management at this stage in your life? I know you guys alluded to before, like 30% savings. But do you guys have any clear-cut systems? Like for myself, I can cut you guys right now. Or sorry, I can tell you guys right now. For example, Tashawn hit the nail on the head for me when he's talking about being like an entrepreneur or self-employed, where it's like you're seeing money so often that instead of having a paycheck come to you and then it's taking care of your deductions where it's tax related, and then you see what your bottom line is. So now, okay, this is coming in, it's easy to break down. For me, I get money in portions every day. So I have a month budget sheet that I have to look at where I have projections based off of what was planned. And then there's obviously things that you can't get out of your control, cancellations, whatever the case is, or surplus money, whatever the case is. And then you meet that with what you actually got. And you have to break down that. And then I have something that's smaller where it's like save a cut a day. And my homie put me on that last year where it was like, if you save a cut a day, how much is that over the month? Okay, and then you rack up those months for the year. And then what does that look like for your year, and so on and so forth. So those are kind of the clear-cut systems for me personally that help me kind of break down what I'm actually getting, what I'm making. And when it doesn't reach that, it's like, okay, I got to fix up and get back to that. So that's just for me. But do you guys have any clear-cut systems on how that money management systems?
I mean, I have my financial advisor, but I've done little things throughout my life that kind of just helped me have a better relationship with money. When they came out with the new $10 bill, I think who's on it?
purple
Brother
bag.
Desmond. Yeah. When they first came out, I said every time I get it, I'm putting it away. You know what I mean? And to this day, I still have that stack of money.
Come on.
To make sure that, like, I don't know what came over me, but when I was younger, I don't know what came over me, but I was like, yo, I'm just gonna save this. When I was younger, you guys always make fun of me, but I had a shoebox fund, and the shoebox fund was for me to be able to purchase any shoes that I ever wanted and never have to tell myself no. So throughout my life, I've had like different systems and things that kind of helped me save. But like, again, to my financial advisor, we have different things where it's now out of my account every 2 weeks, we were taking out money from my first time home buyers. We're taking out money for savings. We're taking out money for retirement. So I guess we kind of have a system where this money we're just taking it out, and we also have rainy day. So it's always there for whenever I need it.
Okay. How about you, gentlemen?
No, I have one. Straight up. It's kind of like what Theon said, where it's like a lot of money comes into my account, but everything's broken up into like certain things, like the kids are RSP, my RSP, my tax-free savings, you know, like something to my regular savings. Like, you know, there's no real system, you know what I mean? So nothing's like broken down. It was like, okay, yeah, like this is what we're doing. And it's like I get paid every 2 weeks, and then I get paid every week sometimes for my other stuff. So it's like money's just always flowing, but it's flowing and it's not staying. It's going in, like, you know what I mean? Like it's going out, like. But I probably should work on a system, you know, to see where. But I don't even see where I could spend less, if you get what I'm saying, because it's like it's going here, it's going here, it's going here, and then whatever left over, you got to live.
So you feel like all parts are a necessity and so forth?
Yeah, like everything that I do is pretty much a necessity, right?
Do you think that you could flip that thinking? Like, for example, that you said money's not staying. Could you view it as like, here's what I could save? Like, for example, my boy Novell in Halifax, he's showing people what they have access to, because people just look at it like, oh, I can't do these things. So he's put $10 a day into Bitcoin every single day. But it's showing people that they have the access to kind of save. So where you're saying you can't because money just keep coming in and going out, what if you change your mind frame? Does that make sense?
No.
No, it doesn't make sense, or no, that doesn't align with your life?
Both.
Okay, cool.
Both. And the reason why, because I just told you, whatever left over, you got to live, big dog.
Yeah.
Got to pay for gas, because gas is not broken down into all those other funds. You got to eat. You know what I'm saying? And groceries ain't cheap. And then, you know what the crazy part is? So when things get tighter, believe it or not, like even my kids realized, because we used to go out every day, every weekend, restaurants, top notch, whatever. And when my son said, oh, you know, like we don't really go out anymore. You know what I mean? And because there's money to go out, but it's like if we take that money and go out,
Takes from here.
it takes from here, it takes from there. So then it's like we're gonna end up back in the whole situation of like we're back in the house and sitting down. You know what I mean? So everything's broken up to a T, where it's like I told you guys, here. This is where everything gets left, goes into the account. What's left over, let's say it's like $1,500. That $1,500 now has got to last us the month. Maybe it's $2,000, because every time it changes weekly. And every 2 weeks, right? Because it's not like I get a set pay. If it's like you know what I'm saying? Like 1 month you might make 12 bands. You're like, I'm up. And then it's like I told you, you get to that rapper feeling, and you're like, well, I'm gonna blow something. But then next month you might only make 3. Yeah. So that's why you got to be smarter with your money, and certain things you're just not doing what you used to do. Yeah. Right? But one thing that doesn't stop is the bills. Remember that.
Deshaun, you have any money management systems?
Yeah, and I think like one thing I'd add to Freck's and to what Theon was saying, I think Freck needs one that he doesn't know about. You know those money management systems where it just pulls money and saves it for you, that you can't touch it?
Well, that's what I was going to say to him.
That would probably be, like, it's like a bill almost. Like, this is the bill. I have to pay this bill, but the bill is really like an investment or something.
I was going to say that, but until he believes it, he won't.
No, somebody has to do it on the low for him.
No, I know. But I'm saying, like, whatever money management system.
Should I save that?
So he believes it.
You see it a couple years ago, I have 300 bands?
I used to be like that as well. But
yeah, I think for me I had something similar for that same reason. I'm like, I can't. But you start to see, like, I had a system where my bank account, it would automatically pull a certain amount each month and put it into investments. And I know, like we say, our money fluctuates so much, but you have to look at, like, on a bad month, what could I afford? And I think that was the question that I had to answer. And I'm like, you know what? On a bad month, I could afford this much. Okay, so every month we're gonna invest this much, and that was my system. And then the next system I have is like this app called Monarch. I have to pay for it, so I use it, and it's just, it gives me a dashboard. And I look at the dashboard every couple of days. It's like how much money came in, how much went out, and it's like it really just alerts you. So it's like not at the end of the month now you're looking and be like, yo, I spent all this money. Now it's like almost every couple of days where I'm like, okay, like I went for dinner last night. It was almost $600. It was a birthday dinner, but it was like a big alert, like, hello, what's going on here? $600 dinner, and it's like, okay, now I know that you made me chill out for this week and not be spending that kind of money. And it's like, it helps balance you out a little bit more than finding out way later. Okay. Because that's what's painful.
You keep mentioning Monarch. Monarch better sponsor this episode, bro.
Brought to you by.
Some takeaways I have for this episode so far are creating comfort discussing money. So right here, we're discussing about what we do and don't do in terms of money management. We're talking about relationships with people and falling out over money. I think all these things are important, and I want those type of things to be pushed out to the viewers because they're real. I'm sure 1, 2, 3 plus people out there can relate to something that we've already spoken about, and it's that's why this episode is important. Small habits compound, right? That's another thing. Like I said, small savings, like you said, that $10 that you looked at, that you're putting away, that's a small habit that you created, built up into something where you're now affording $100 shoes whenever you would like, right? Savings, like you were talking about, Monarch, that becoming a habit, right? Now it compounds into something that you're actually taking care of, something you're seeing, right? For yourself, small habits like working hard, compound. You always have something to fall back on in terms of money, bro.
One I would add to that, we're big on community. I think leaning on the people that are around you, have these money conversations. I like have a group that we talk about fitness and we talk about finances. You know what I mean? Like talking about FHSA. A lot of people don't even know what that is. I
swear to God, I don't know.
You don't know what that is? It's an account like for your first time home buyers. But what the government does, you can use it as a tax deductible. Okay. And I think is if you put up to 8 bands, you get 2 bands back in taxes. You know what I mean? And people don't know about these things. But when you have these groups and people around you and you discuss money, you learn things that you didn't necessarily know. And I think it's good to speak to people, talk to different people, talk to the people around you, because it's only going to help you get better with how you manage money, how you deal with money, and what you tell yourself about money.
I want to add to that. I know you're saying talk to the community about money. It gets very awkward when you talk about money with certain people, because people believe like if they're not where they are financially in life, they don't want to talk about it. Right? So it gets awkward. And people think that, just having money conversations, you got to say how much you make. Right? But it doesn't necessarily got to be how much you make. It's about what are you doing with your money.
Best practices.
Right? So that's where I think people don't want to speak about money.
Right?
Because even at a point in time, it gets awkward for me where, like I told you guys before, it gets real when those real conversations come about where it's like, all right, let's invest a house. Everybody would say that, let's do it. All right? But if we all say today, yo, let's invest a house, some people don't think, like a man once told me, okay, so let's say, because Juice was talking about credit. Juice has the best credit. Right off the bat, we're off to a good start, right? Now it's like you have 15 you could give up. I have 3. You know what I'm saying? Tashawn has 100 bands. You know what I'm saying? We can make something out of nothing, right? And get it together to actually get that house. But people don't think like that because they just feel like
everybody's got to have 100.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody's got to have 100. Everybody's credit's got to be good. But where you're lacking, the next person will bring you up. So that's what we don't talk about. And it's like, that's when they hear the money conversation, they don't want to speak about it.
I like that. That's a good point. Another takeaway that I have is spending reflects priorities, right? So when the things that you're spending, pay attention to the things that you are spending on, or the things that you're doing when it comes to money, because that'll show you what you value and what you don't, right? I remember I brought this up off camera before. Tashawn was like, "Yo, that's super important because when you speak on that, you're saying to yourself, yo, I wouldn't pay for this, but then you're outside and I see you doing this. So it just shows you where your values lie or where you place certain things in what your priority list. And that's something that's really important too. A lot of people don't look at those things, right? So I think that's another thing that's important.
That causes a lot of problems in friendships.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why. You owe me 3 bands. You just bought a whole new outfit. You're in the club now, and I see a bottle get popped out, and then you try to lie and say, that wasn't even my bottle. Doesn't even matter, big dog. I don't even care. You're around that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't go out and have a good time. I'm not saying that. So pay me my money first and go have a good time. So that's where a lot of issues come within friendships when, you know, prioritizing certain things and to not paying me back, even if you gave me, like, let's say you owe me 3, just give me a bag. You know what I'm saying?
So
but
you're making a progress.
You see what I'm saying? But when, and then the disrespect, now I see you at a nice dinner. It's like, you know what I mean? We keep going on, and it's like, you know, you don't respect me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend like that. A lot of money friendship. I had a friend.
I brought back memories for this kind of.
They would owe me money. And it's like, they'd be like, yeah, I don't have it right now. But they're buying a fresh fit. We're going out together. It's disrespect. Especially coming out with me.
Together.
Buying a fresh fit. It's like, I don't have the amount for you, but I have enough for the outfit, though. Right.
You enable that.
Cost that much.
Don't matter. I don't even care. You enable that. What do you mean we're going out and you owe me money, big man? So I'm going to watch you spend the money you owe me?
It's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? That's nasty work.
Spending.
It is.
That's real nasty work. It's nasty work on your side, too.
And then they grab you a drink and then it comes off the total? Nasty work. You enabled it, dog.
You know what they don't like? When someone owes you money and they pay you back, not the way they received the money.
But hold on. See, that's the thing. I don't like that either.
I don't like it. I gave you $1,000 cash one time. You gave me 20 here, 40 here, 60 here, 81 here.
Okay, question. I don't like it either, but would you rather not get it at all?
I would. But
you're just not seeing your money.
Reasonable chunk.
I would rather not get it at all.
You would?
Yeah.
Nah.
Because sometimes it doesn't feel like you got it.
You did it, but I know.
Exactly. So the same way Juice just said it. Like if we went out to dinner now and you're like, yo, I got yours. Take that out. But they got it.
A man did that to me before.
A
man did that to me before.
No.
A man did. I said, yo, you had that for me? The man said, have what? I said, the 500. The man said, yo, you know, I paid that 180. You know, and I was like, big man. Oh, you did that. I kind of said your heart. And the man said, yeah, I know, but because I owe you.
You thought wasn't kind.
See, that's nah. So spending reflects priorities. Yeah, no. I mean, call to action. Please do join My State U. We have a guys' night. Tashawn, talk to us.
Guys' night, last Thursday of every month. Pull up. We just come here, talk, sit down, and really just build community around what we're doing. These type of conversations and learning and growing together is what really is going to take us to the next level.
There it is. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Get your He's a Guy merch, man. We got you guys. It's cold outside. We got hoodies. We got t-shirts. Holla at us. But yes, again, one love from us to you. He's a guy. We out, man.